Welcome to Grammar with Lily. In Book 4, Unit 2, you are reviewing simple past and simple present. I talked about these a lot in Book 3. So, what should you remember about these two tenses? I'll give you a list of 10 things. If you don't understand something on this list, go back and watch the videos in the description. First, how do we make the regular simple past? Add ed to the end of the verb. If necessary, change the spelling a little, such as doubling a letter or changing y to I. Second, how do we pronounce the ed sound at the end of a verb? If the verb ends with a d or t sound, say the id sound, like decided. If the verb ends with an unvoiced sound, say the unvoiced t, like laughed. And if the verb ends with the voiced sound, say the voiced d sound, like played. Third, what about irregular verbs? Some verbs do not add ed to make the verb to or the simple past. Some change the vowel sound, such as write, wrote. Some add a T sound, such as mean, meant. Some don't change at all, like put, put. You need to memorize these irregular past forms of the verbs that you learn. Fourth, what can the simple past tell us? The past tense talks about past habits, past states, and also about past events, actions that started and ended at a time in the past. Fifth, what can the simple present tell us? The simple present is for habits, states, and facts that are true now. It is not used for a single action that you are doing now. Sixth, how do verbs change in the simple present tense? If the subject of the clause is singular, add an S to the end of the verb. We have a few irregular verbs like have, has, or do, does, but they all end with an S. Seventh, how do we pronounce the S sound at the end of a singular present verb? If the verb ends with your mouth in the shape of an S sound, so s, z, ch, sh, or j, say is, like passes. If it ends with another voiced sound, say the voiced z sound, like runs. And if it ends with an unvoiced sound, say the unvoiced s sound, like stops. Eighth, how do we make negative statements and questions? Add a form of the helping verb do, does, or did. When you add a helping verb, the main verb should be in the base form, verb 1, while the helping verb gets the S or the D ending for singular or past. In a yes-no question, put one verb before the subject. To make a WH question, add a question word to the front of a yes-no question. Ninth, how do we make a short but complete answer to a yes-no question? Just 3 words, yes or no, a subject, usually it's a subject pronoun, and the first verb from the question, such as yes it does or no he isn't. 10th, why is be special? Be does not need a helping verb for negative statements or questions. Be has 3 present forms and 2 past forms, am, is, are, was, were. Be connects a subject and a complement, such as Fatima is a baby. The subject and the complement are the same person. This is different from other verbs which connect a subject with an object, such as Fatima sees a baby. The subject and the object are 2 different people. If you didn't understand some of those answers clearly, use the links in the video description to study them. Leave a comment if you have a question, or write a practice sentence.